telling the truth about you on the internet, because you know sometimes they be lying. Some of it's a lie, but some of it's the truth. So she's going to share a couple of things with you guys.
Okay, thank you. Hello, and I see everyone is probably full, but I really am glad to be here, and I appreciate Kay and Kay's Vision for having me, calling the office and asking me to come. Children are my motivation and my passion. My fight for the betterment of their lives is what fuels me and refuels me. They deserve the best we can give them in shaping their lives. As a former teacher and assistant principal, these beautiful human beings that were not related to me gave me so much love. I might have a hard time getting up in the morning, but when I got to work and began interacting with my students, I was always rejuvenated. That love they gave so freely, I could never repay, but I could pay it forward. And that's what I vowed to do when I retired in 2001. My husband and I began what we call Parent Advocates for Students in School in 2001. We recognized there was a number of parents, grandparents, or other relatives and caregivers that needed help in navigating the education system. I had already experienced a hard fight with my own son, and I was an educator, so I knew it had to be doubly difficult at times for others. There are probably a number of you in this room who had to truly fight to get through the education system with your children. Well, you can raise your hand because you are not alone. With my son, his teachers had asked me to hold him back in the first and second grade because he wasn't reading at grade level. As an educator and an English teacher, at that, I felt inadequate that I could not help my own child read at grade level. So I took him to the tutoring classes and even paid a significant amount to have him assessed and privately tutored, only to find out toward the end of his second grade year, his teacher still felt I should hold him back. They said if I did not, he would always struggle. But God blessed us and allowed me to be introduced to a fellow educator who had been named Educator of the Year. I took my son to meet her. She listened to him read for 5 minutes, then said to me, "Do not let them hold him back. Reading is like walking and talking. He will eventually get it," and he did. My son graduated with over a 3.5 and was on the National Honor Society his junior and senior year. He graduated from Ball State University and is doing what he wanted to do in life, and that was play professional basketball. He has played in the NBA D-League, he has played in France, he has played in Japan, and now he is in South America. Wow. Her reassurance refueled my confidence and empowered me to fully commit to my decision to not hold my son back. It was no easy task. Every day at the dinner table, I sat down with my son and talked about what he did in each class and checked every assignment. We became a team. That experience was instrumental in helping me to recognize how hard getting your child through school could be, and prepared me to help others navigate the educational system to make sure their children not only have a better future, but the opportunity to realize their dream. After 2 failed attempts at running for the school board in 2003 and 2015, God favored me. On January 3rd, 2017, I was sworn in as state representative of the 25th District. Becoming state representative also refueled my commitment to children. I am unapologetic about tackling issues that connect to our children. One of these issues that I talk about frequently is the issue of the required exit exams needed to be passed in order for our children to receive a diploma. I strongly disagree with the law impacting these students who have completed 12 years of schooling and whose teachers have said they are proficient enough to receive a diploma, but yet they are denied their high school diploma based on a test. Completing all needed credits but not getting that diploma at the end cuts off their legs before they even have a chance to walk. These children, so unfairly put in limbo, are relegated to minimum wage jobs, to being unable to go to college, to being unable to participate in training for skilled trade jobs, and to not being able to go into the military. These children have said, when people ask them what school they graduated from, two things immediately go through their minds. Do I tell the truth or do I lie? They don't want to lie. But when they tell the truth, people look at them differently, as if something must be wrong with them. How are you not able to get a diploma? And why wouldn't that be the immediate response? Because in actuality, even though they completed 12 years, they are no different from the student who dropped out in the 9th grade. Neither one of them have a diploma. Another issue that I want to fight is it appears that some people in law enforcement are not taking the sexual violations of our children seriously. I have 3 cases right now, and one in particular involves a child who bravely came forward at 11 years old to report her uncle had been sexually molesting her from age 7 until she finally told her mother at age 11. Her mother then reported it to authorities. After that 11-year-old came forward, two additional child victims who have now become young adults also reported the same uncle has sexually molested them as children. It has been 4 years of pushing, but sadly, to date, this alleged sexual predator has not been charged, arrested, or even taken to the grand jury. I knew I would never give up fighting for these victims, but at times I was at a loss and needed to be refueled, because when I told people the story, they looked at me with disbelief, because they felt this man would surely have been charged and arrested after being reported to have sexually violated multiple child victims. However, I can't worry about the disbelief and judgment at times with others. So against all odds, I ran for state representative and won, and now I can fight for them at a different level.
Amen, amen.
My God, my husband, my son, and others, my family and friends, along the way gave me the fuel I needed to keep fighting for our children. So I am refueled for 2017, and I pray you are too. I feel blessed to be able to serve the people of Columbus, Franklin County, and the state of Ohio. I am forever thankful to the young people who have been part of my life and so freely gave their love, and whose innocence we must protect. My promise is to continue to pay it forward. So I will finish with this poem. Bitter are the tears of a child, sweeten them. Deep are the thoughts of a child, hear them. Overwhelming are the fears of a child, quiet them. Sharp is the grief of a child. Take it from them. Soft is the heart of a child. Do not harden it. Thank you.
I'll tell you, you can take them all. It doesn't matter. It's amazing how just because you don't look like me don't mean we haven't been through the same things. And it's funny how, and I was trying not to look at Sister Meredith because she knows my story, but my son also was told that he couldn't do. And he graduated from high school with honors, went and was recruited on a full scholarship to Tiffin University. From Tiffin University, he graduated top of his class. Then he went to Ohio School of Broadcasting. He's not here today because guess what? He's working for Channel 19 in Cleveland. So, but God, don't you ever let anyone tell you what you can't do or your kids can't do. I fought every day. I almost went to jail. It's all good. I know plenty of police officers and all that. That's good. You got to know the people because they will do you wrong and do your children wrong. And as a result of what I was blessed with, because I had an angel in my corner also, and I continue to help others to get over that hurdle. And anytime someone calls me and tells me something about that OGT test, oh, I got to get on my knees. I got to get on my knees. So we have to fight. We are sisters. And you have to help one another. And I do still help with that. I'm glad I got rid of that crazy test, but there's some other things going on in school. So even though I don't look like you, I've been there, girl. And I had to sit back there. I started to get mad all over again, but then I forgot what I was here for. Refueling. So I definitely appreciate that. We have